Hello everyone and welcome to episode 2 of where I judge every car in the game. Today we'll be working on BMW, Buick, Bugatti, and Cadillac. So this is going to be pretty interesting. Last episode, if you haven't seen, I did Acura, Audi, Alpha, and Austin. Not really Austin, but I mean, we kinda went over Austin, I guess. So yeah, I'll be doing these episodes in sections of 4. So the next would be Caterham, Chevy, DS, and Citroen. And yeah, it'll just be 4s and 4s and 4s. The last one's going to be 3. So to make things a little more interesting, I made a different thumbnail for every episode. How I did it is that I would have 2 logos of what I think are the best cars in the 4 that I'm doing. So like last episode I did Audi and Alfa Romeo, and I had one car in the middle. Last episode's car was the RS6 that I loved so much, and I had that in the middle. So yeah, I'll be doing a different thumbnail, so something fun to do is comment down below, what do you think are the 2 logos that I will use in tomorrow's episode or the next episode, and what car is going to be in the middle, what car is going to get the spotlight. I mean, today, if you haven't seen the thumbnail yet, is obviously Bugatti and BMW, which are the logos, and the car I have in the spotlight is the M4. I know you'd be surprised, why not the Bugatti, a Chiron or a Veyron? Well, there's kind of a whole YouTube channel dedicated to the car, so I'll leave that to him. He's a cool guy. So let's get started. We're gonna start with BMW. I love this brand. It runs in the family, I guess. My parents and my family, we love BMWs. We own them and all that stuff. Let's start here. Like I said, I'm not a pro with E's and D's. I kind of collect cars C's and up, but I tend to not keep any of these at all. This one, and yeah, this used to be a D, but this one, you could keep it just because it has standard tires and it could go up to 84 grip, 85 grip. But I don't see a use for it, considering I have better standard tire BMWs. But for rare events, I would say this is a keeper. Keep it. It's a pretty good car. I was gonna say decent horsepower, but it doesn't have decent horsepower. But trust me, most BMWs have pretty good horsepower, especially with the top speed of 155. But yeah, this is a good car to keep if you want to collect rare cars. This is a good one. This used to be a D as well. Don't know why it got upgraded. Yeah, nothing too special. Oh, the M1 is a total disappointment. I used to have this. It used to be RQ18 as well. Now they brought it down to 17. I thought it would be a really fast car. I had this fully upgraded. It went down at like 4.50 to 60. I think 178 at top speed. It wasn't that great. I sold it in the end for cash. So this is a huge disappointment. If you get this, don't be too excited. Now this one used to be RQ16, went up to 18. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but it went up. And yeah, we got some standard tires. BMW has a lot of standard tires. And these cars are all good to keep for events and all, and you can keep them if you like. But I mean, when it comes to standard tires, I only have 2 BMWs, which I actually use. It's this one. It goes up to 82 grip, I believe, from how I upgraded it. It's a great car to keep. And the other standard tire BMW I have is the A, which is this, and I'll talk more about that later. For some reason, when I open ceramic packs, I always get the X3. The first B I ever got in this game was actually an X3, when it used to be RQ19B. Well, not 19, but whatever it used to be with the old RQ limits when the game came out. Not a great car. I mean, it's one to keep for sure. I just have one fully upgraded. I just have it there for all surface events. But it's not impressive. It's not fast. The grip is kind of mediocre. But, it's a car that I keep just because. But I do have better alternatives that I'll get on later, like the Mercedes. There's a Mercedes RQ18. I don't remember the name, but that's a better one to keep. Yeah, this one got boosted from 16 to 18 as well. Standard tires. I would say you could probably keep this. Let's compare 7.0 0 to 60 73 grip to this one 6.9 to 74. So the 730D is still one that you guys should focus on. Is this standard? Oh, this is standard too, and I have it 6.7 74. Okay, I guess this is a good car to have. 228 to 242. Yeah, okay, well, I just learned this today as well while I'm doing this. The 530i, if you have that, keep that, because this actually looks like a promising car. And since I have it, I'll probably fully upgrade it soon. Now we move on to the Bs. This car used to be a C. No, it used to be a B, and then it went up to a C, and it got back to a B again? I think it was something like that. Aside from the really cool picture, it's not that great. But I mean, there was a time where I decided to keep this car just because of the cool picture. This one, standard tires again, not worth it. It's only a little better than the 730, and the 730 is so much easier to upgrade. That's my philosophy. Like, I'm not going to risk all these C's to upgrade like a bad B. Like, it's just not worth it. The X5, probably one of the worst four-wheel drive all-surface cars on the B level in the game, in my opinion. Definitely do not keep that. The M3, this one too, the 2001 version. I see so many people have this because they get it from the campaign. I never got it from the campaign because I finished my campaign super early. I think they changed the car. Wait, did they? Did I get this from the campaign? Maybe I did. But I don't like it. It's not great. It's mediocre. Nah. I would say no. Now, this used to be RQ19. It got boosted to a 20. Once again, it's one of those cars which just has a really cool picture, profile picture, I guess, of the car. But it's just not impressive. Now, this one I've seen pretty often. It's a pretty good one, too. Once again, I would still prefer the 730, but you can invest in this. Alright, now, my favorite BMWs. Now, we all know there was the BMW event that went on 2 days ago. I could have gotten top 10, but some asshole in like the top 5 or the top 3 or whatever kept pushing me down, and I actually forgot about the event, and I ended up being in the tier 3, but I could have easily fought back to a tier 2. But these are the BMWs, I would say, the OGs, the Bs that you should keep. It's this one, the M Coupe. This car was huge back in the day. Because it goes up to 89 grip and 3.60 to 60. Discord, please go away. And it beats the Lotus in slalom. Now, we all know the Lotus, the RQ19, the B1, the one you get from the campaign. It used to be a C, easy to upgrade. It was the king of slalom. But having this car, I was able to beat it, and that helped me win so many daily challenges. So if you're a newer player to maybe a intermediate player, if you have this car, it can change things for you, like in daily challenges and stuff. If you still come across a lot of Lotuses and stuff, I'm not sure if you guys do that anymore. Like where I play, you don't see that Lotus anymore. But you know, if it's still really common down there, I would say go for the M Coupe. This car's great. The Z8. Now I upgraded this. I got this super early in the game. I got it from one of the challenges, one of the rewards, and I upgraded this kind of differently. Most people go 303 now, even me, but I upgraded this one 330. So this actually goes on to 3.60 to 60 if you upgrade it that way, and that's impressive. This is a fast car, good for fast circuits. Grip is decent, goes up to about 83, depends how you upgrade it, 85, 86. It's a decent car, pretty fast car too. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. The 335D. Now, I have this car in real life, and let me tell you, I love this thing. Does it deserve to be RQ22? Maybe. It used to be a 20, got boosted to a 21. This thing goes to about 87 grip, 88. And I think 3.70 to 60, I believe. Fantastic car. I love this car. And the M5, I have sentimental value to this car in this game. Probably my favorite car in the whole game that I own. goes up to 87 grip, but the way I upgraded mine goes up to 85. I think this is one of the oldest cars I have in the game. If I'm not wrong, the second oldest car I have in the game. I'll show you my version later. I love this car. Definitely keep it. It doesn't really look good in the stats, but the horsepower is what makes it so good. It's a powerful car, and it's medium clearance, so it's great for city streets, fast circuits, twisty circuits as well. Pretty good. It's just a great all-round car for a B. Now I move on to the A's. Now, much like Audi, BMW kind of lacks in the A department. I mean, the only A's I would recommend would be this one, the X5, yeah, and the 740D. Every other car is decent, you know, they have good grip, but their 0 to 60 is just not that fantastic. So cars I would say to not touch. RQ24 and below, with the exception of the 740D. This is the best standard tire BMW, and it is the second best standard tire car in the game. It's only second to the Cadillac, and we'll be going over that later. This is a great car to have. I'll probably fully upgrade this one day. I think I have this at 2 stars right now. I love this car. It's great. It has won me so many games, and it is influential. I think it's medium clearance. Yes, medium clearance, 4-wheel drive, standard tires. It's a keep. And then top 3, this thing is it's insane grip. It goes up to like 98 grip. I don't have this fully upgraded, but I've seen fully upgraded versions. Mine's at 94 right now. It's a great car. Any of the RQ26 BMWs, I would say definitely keep. No, this isn't 26. This is 25. Well, I've seen this fully upgraded. Still pretty good. Alright, now, Bugatti. Yeah, keep all the Bugattis. Buick, ugh. Now, this is kind of the opposite of the Bugatti. Don't keep any of them. They got some decent standard tire Cs. I mean, I had this one for the event. Went up to 89 grip. Probably could have gone up to 90. And this one as well. This, doesn't have as good grip, but the 0 to 60 is much better than compared to the Regal Turbo. But I mean, when your best car is the Enclave, yikes. The GNX is a car I would love to get though, just because it's a classic muscle car and I love classic muscle cars. But besides that, no, not really, not impressive at all. Next is the Cadillac. And that'll be our last car today. Once again, D cars, not my speciality. This got boosted to a C, so I guess this and under. But I do know that the Escalade is actually pretty good. So if you do have the Escalade, you know, keep it. I used to use this a lot back in like yesteryear. When I started playing Top Drives, this was a very good car to have for the campaign because it's all surface. It's fast for, you know, being a SUV in the D range. And it's rear-wheel drive, so it's pretty good. Now moving on to C's, the only C I would actually tell you to keep is the CTS, just because it's standard tires, goes up to 82, 83 grip, goes to like a 5.80 to 60. It's not bad, especially when there are US events and they ask for standard tires. Maybe you want super rare, just because they're easier to upgrade than the super rares than the ultra rares. Then I would say, yeah, Cadillac CTS is a good car to keep. I have one that's fully upgraded and I can show you that later. When it comes to B's, now the Escalade ESV goes on a 4.80 to 60. They're fast. These cars are fast. So they are decent, but they aren't as good as the Chevy, the whatever it's called, the one everyone has. And at the end of the day, if there isn't a limit to RQ or there's no limit to what country your car needs to be from, I would always recommend the Mercedes G-Wagons. Those things are the real fast cars, and they're easy to upgrade. I would say keep the CTS Coupe just because it's 4-wheel drive standard tires, and it's still it's relatively easy to upgrade, to fully upgrade. So this is a car to keep. I got this recently, and I would probably upgrade it sometime soon. Probably goes up to 86, 87 grip. And the XT5, I have 2 of these, fully upgraded. Fantastic four-wheel drive SUV. Would highly recommend it. If you have it fully upgraded, keep it in your garage. It's a great car to have. It goes up to about 85, 86 grip. And the 0 to 60 is pretty good. It goes on to 5.4, I believe, if I'm not wrong, but I'll check later. Besides that, every other Cadillac that's in the B range, I would say no. I used to own 3 of these. Fused them all. I think I sold one. No. Probably has really good, yeah, it has really good horsepower, but besides that, it's the stats are kind of sad. They're mediocre. So we were talking about the BMW earlier, about how it was the second best standard tire car in the game. Well, this is the first. This is the best standard tire car in the game. It goes up to 87 grip. I've seen this fully upgraded. I remember on the Cadillac event that happened like last week. Was it the Cadillac event? No, it was the Pagani event, but we had to use the US cars or something like that. You know, I was playing against like a lot of the whales, you know, Top Drive's whales, which are like just like the ballers. And there was one guy that had 3 of the CT6 fully upgraded, and he was unbeatable. This is the best standard tire car in the game. If you have it, definitely fully invest. And lastly is the CTS-V. I don't have this car. Once again, it's kind of like the Audi. It's an A, but it's RQ28. I mean, the grip is trash. The 0 to 60 looks pretty promising, and the top speed is great. And the horsepower is amazing. So it's probably going to be a killer in drag races and stuff like that. But once again, grip is... it's dodgy. It's dodgy. So we're going to end once again with the cars that I have. Just to show you maybe some fully upgraded versions. So let's start with the BMW. Yeah, so these are the ones. I don't even have this at 2 stars. Yeah, but it's a great car. Now this one, the M5, like I said, this is my favorite car in the whole game probably, and I've owned this for 252 days, and it's gone through 869 races. That is amazing. This is a car to keep, especially if you haven't finished campaign. This is a great car, honestly. I have a second one, and I will probably fully upgrade this another way in the near future. The M3 GTS is also in my long line of A cars I want to fully upgrade. Here is the 335, fully upgraded. Really nice car. The M Coupe. The Z8. The 730D from 2008. And here are some of the other ones. Oh, I forgot to talk about the Z4. Z4 is pretty good too. 4.40 to 60. If you upgrade it this way, it's a decent car. Now let's go to Cadillac. So these are the Cadillacs I have. Once again, this is just because standard tires, pretty decent car to get. And the XT5s, both fully upgraded. Love the car. And I'll probably fully upgrade this in the near future. This one I have kind of sort of upgraded. Probably going to sell this now, considering that I have the CTS Coupe. Yeah, sell it for 30k. Open a ceramic pack. That looks pretty good. But we'll see. So those are the cars I have. In terms of Buick, I mean, okay, fine. I'll show you my Buick. It's not that impressive though. Yeah, that's the only one I have. I don't even have a Bugatti. So yeah, those are the cars that I have, and yeah, those are the cars that I've judged today. Please continue to support the channel. I really appreciate it. And yeah, next episode we'll be looking at Caterham, Chevy, Citroen, and DS. So stay tuned to that. Besides that, thank you very much, and goodbye.